Welcome back to the Fan Fantasy League. This is week 13, but we're going to do the 12 recap. I had some technical difficulties, as I always seem to do. So we'll just do the last week recap, and then we'll get to the 13. Tatanka Blanco played Tiki Blinders. Tiki Blinders has a 8-4 record as of last week, 4-8. Tatanka Blanco, that's myself, won 131. As I said, I round up here, 132 to 129. I know Tiki Blinders thought it was close. He thought he had a shot. I never really batted an eye. As we all know, I projected to win this one by 117, I think. But, you know, he put up a fighting chance. I just feel bad for him because I know he got his feelings hurt, thinking that he had a shot, but then he didn't. And then I saw text messages like Cooper Cup, garbage time, touchdown. That was by design. It was never garbage time. You know, that was in the cards. They had worked on that play all week, so definitely not a garbage time, something they had worked on. Just spotted a little flaw in the defense there, exposed it. That's all they did. Not a big deal, though, guys. Tatanka Blanco, number one in the power rankings, he did what he was supposed to do. Next, we have T-Law's Little Pitts versus Jaden Savis. Jaden Savis, you know, he was coming up 2 weeks ago, but, you know, he caught this buzzsaw. It's not that big a deal that he lost. But 141 or 142 to 126 beat T-Law's Little Pitts. T-Law's Little Pitts, I told you a long time ago, you're going to have to change your logo. It's a terrible logo. It's actually not a terrible logo. It's actually a cool logo, but it is the Jaguars. They're bad news right now. I'd be a bandwagon jumper as fast as I could just for the time being. Next, we have Diddy's Disciples versus Pack Full of Love. Pack Full of Love was really coming up strong, but met a buzzsaw. I believe I projected that one. Diddy's Disciples won 113 to 75. Pack Full of Love, you just didn't have it that day. But what's weird is you can score 150 any week, so I'm definitely not going to count you out like I did at the first of the year. I haven't looked at the standings yet. I don't know if anybody's actually out. Tyreek Blinders. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Tyreek Blinders, and coming up next, CD's Nuts versus Laporta Potty. Yeah, you two, Tyreek and Laporta Potty, you got no shot at the playoffs. CD Lamb actually won 113 to 104. And so the sad part is Laporta Potty is projected a lot of points every week. And your team's good? You're just 111? I don't know. That's weird. That was 111 last week. I guess that's your record. I don't know. It seemed like earlier I scrolled forward and the new week showed new records, but I guess that's everybody's records. I think you're 1-11. My Diggs Hurts versus Big Decker. I'm really trying to get this in because the game started. I didn't know. I thought it started at noon. I think it just started. My Diggs Hurt. You won 126 to 60. I mean, that's a landslide. Big Decker, I wouldn't even show up. To be honest, I'd punch myself in the midsection just right in your twig and berries and your giblets as hard as I could about 2 or 3 times because to wake yourself up. A good giblet shot will wake yourself up. You know what I mean? And you got beat big. Next, Murray Magic keeps rolling. Murray Magic, 2 losses on the year. One was to myself. I don't remember who the second was. But Payne in the Bass also scores a lot of points. You came up short, 108 to 129. Murray Magic. That was last week's recap. So now let's move to 13 before we get to these power rankings because, like I said, I believe the game has started like 5 minutes ago. So, but by the time you see this video, an hour of processing, it probably started an hour ago. All right, so Laporta Potty versus Tatanka Blanco. This is odd. Tatanka Blanco, his first loss of the year came to Laporta Potty. So, though in the power rankings, Laporta Potty is Tatanka Blanco's number 1. Laporta Potty, your one win, that 1-11 came against this matchup right here. You are actually projected to win 121 to 121. They got us at a tie, but if we go down to the points, you're actually projected 120.9. I'm 120.5. They have you. I don't see this one. I just don't see it being your day. This is a revenge matchup. We're pretty mad about it. I think Tatanka Blanco beat you by 20. Jaden Savis versus Tyreek Blinders. Tyreek Blinders and Jaden Savis. These were Tatanka Blanco's last 2 matchups. I heard a lot of feelings. In this game's a lot of hurt feelings. Jaden Savis, you're projected 121 to Tyreek Blinders 116. I don't know if you know, but you know Tyreek Blinders. You know, I'd love to say you have it. I'm not digging into the matchups. I better do that. You know, just so I don't hurt your feelings. Let me look at it. We're not going to do any more hurt feelings. I'm going to try to show you some love, okay? Okay, Tyreek Seth, this is looking real good. Tajay Spears, he's good at running. He's super good at running. Drake London, he's good at people throwing him the ball. Njoku's pretty good. Cardinals defense, excellent. They're excellent. Jahmyr Gibbs, that game's already started, but I got 0 points right now. I'm going Jaden Savis by 5. Sorry to cut it short, but things started. This is a Thanksgiving special, everybody. We got to get this thing in. Pack Full Love versus T-Law's Little Pits. It's pretty evenly matched, by the way. Pack Full Love, you're 7-5. T-Law's Little Pits coming in at 6-6. I'm going to go ahead and call this one. I don't know, Pack Full Love. I think you may have lost the momentum here, just based on momentum loss. Yeah, I think T-Law's Little Pits win this one by 8. No offense, Pack Full Love. You know, you don't have to punch yourself in the midsection like Big Decker should have last week. I'd lay off the midsection punching because maybe you still make the playoffs and you're still okay. Just today may not be your day. Don't get your feelings hurt. I hope you're having happy Thanksgiving, all that stuff. And yeah. So next we have Big Decker versus Diddy's Disciples. This is a 5-7 for Big Decker. Diddy's Disciples 8-4. This particular matchup, I don't actually know what the projections are because the game already started. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that Diddy's Disciples, based on the momentum he's got, he's in his own realm. This kid is in his own realm, coming up, big time. We'll see where he lands on the power rankings. Somewhere probably big. But he beats Big Decker today by 20. Sorry, Big Decker, you just don't have it. I'll do 2 or 3 more Twiggenberry shots. 2 or 3 more Twiggenberry shots, and that ought to get you through to next week, and maybe you make the playoffs if you punch it right. So, Murray Magic versus CD's Nuts. Murray Magic, 10-2 on the season. One of those losses coming to myself. It's not a big deal. As we always say, I just want to remind you because he's number 1 in the league. But CD's Nuts, this should be a close matchup. But Murray Magic, every week, just based on stats, I don't think that you should be as highly ranked as you should. I'm going to go CD's Nuts, by the way, who has a 6-6 record. I think you get your 3rd loss this week, Murray Magic. Don't want to hurt your feelings. That's just the way I see it. And then lastly, we have Pain in the Bass at 6-6, and my Digs Hurt 6-6. This is a crazy big matchup. All the country's waiting on this one. Like, man, I love when a couple 6-6 guys get together and have a 500 battle. And so Pain in the Bass, I'm going to be honest, you were projected to win this pretty big, and I'm going to take Pain in the Bass on this one big time by 34. No offense, my Digs Hurts. I know. I don't know what to tell you, Liam. Feel bad for you. So now let's just get to the power rankings. It may or may not fall the way ESPN has it. Sorry for talking fast. Trying to get this out, kids. Game started. All right, so oh man, here we go. No shocker here. And eliminated from the playoffs because it has an E by your name, which means out. Sorry about your luck this season. Laporta Potty, you're eliminated. You come in at number 12 on the power rankings. Tyreek Blinders, no shocker there, comes in at number 10. But guess what? Not eliminated. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know who has to get beat. I don't know. I'm glad that ESPN does something right as far as calculating numbers because in my calculations, I don't know how in God's earth you ever would have made the playoffs, but you're up. You still got a shot, but you're 11 in the power rankings. We have Jaden Davis comes in at number 10 in the power rankings. Jaden Davis, same thing, man. Nobody knows your name. Not a good year. Better luck next year. But moving forward, everybody else still has a shot to make the playoffs, however it calculates. Big Decker, guy, you took a big loss last week. Actually, I'm gonna redo this one. 10, Big Decker, you're 10. Jaden Savis comes in at 9. So I do not agree with ESPN on that particular one. That's just the way it fell. Big Decker, you got beat big last week. So where's that put us at? Number 8. I'm probably gonna go pretty close to what it is. My Digs Hurts comes in at number 8 in the power rankings. T-Law's Little Pits at number 7. All that's about right. CD's Nuts, to be honest, I'd rank you ahead of Pain in the Bass. No offense, Pain in the Bass, but I think you come in at number 6. CD's Nuts comes in at number 5, especially when he pulls off this victory today that he's probably not supposed to have. Pack Full of Love, listen, you got dropped. I am going to keep you at 4 because I think you're better than the rest, but the loss you took last week, man, that's a tough one. You should That's not good. That's not good. So, you know, do better. Do better. You know what I mean? Punch yourself in the inning D's. In the inning D's. So anyway, here coming in third. This looks about right. Diddy's Disciples comes in third in the power rankings. Maybe that's where you're at last week. But here it is. By the way, two people got the playoffs locked up. That's Tatanka Blanco and Murray Magic. And just so you know, power rankings. Look, drum roll. All right, Murray Magic, no shocker here. You're not number one. You actually come in number two in the power rankings, especially when you take a loss this week. Tatanka Blanco's rolling just as he is. Ranked number one, second week in a row, power rankings. I think that's all we've done this week. Man, Tatanka Blanco sets the top of the power rankings. Probably going to be a special trophy or maybe a ring for all the power rankings, you know, the weekly power rankings. And Tatanka Blanco has it, and I don't know what else to tell you guys. So, all right, I'll let you guys get to the game. Happy Thanksgiving. Just so you know, I heard a stat. I'm sure it's political because it came out on MSNBC. But, hey, the government's done really good for us in their 4 years. So what they've done is this particular Thanksgiving, we can gladly go to the grocery store because according to MSNBC, it only takes $56 to feed a family of 10 for this Thanksgiving. They really got their food costs right and their fuel right and all that stuff. So thank you guys for the job you've done. And I know that you guys are not going to be in the administration anymore, but we sure appreciate the job that you've done. I think that's it, guys. If you guys have any questions, likes, comments, follows, none of that even made any sense. So I got to go. Okay, bye.